Welcome back, everybody, to Let's Play Plague Inc. Evolved. We're playing the Shadow Plague as an angry vampire trying to take over the world. See, we're doing a pretty good job, but the Templar have shown up, and let me tell you, they're going to be a problem. So let's start dealing with that nonsense. We're just going to fly over here to Iran, and we're going to totally let out a blood rage. And because we have Romanovism causing mass psychosis in victims, people infected with Romanovism have been enslaved by the vampire and forced to go on bloody killing sprees. There is no helping or reasoning with them. Yeah, they're kind of bummed. Vampire slaves wage war in Korea. Everyone in Korea has been enslaved by Romanovism and now serves the vampire. Science is bad, and the country has fallen into darkness. Indeed, once you reach 100% infectivity in the nation, they stopped doing research, kind of like with the Neurax were. Which is why I was so interested in getting as many places as possible, as infected as possible. In the interim, there's a new lab. Vampire slaves wage war in the U.S. Enslaved humans infected with Romanovism are fighting a brutal civil war in the USA as they battle to take over the country in the name of the vampire master. They're doing me a nice little favor. Ooh, 18 points. We'll be back for that, I think. And we should be able to take down this Templar base all on our own. Look at me, mommy. I'm a big kid now. Templar working to cure Romanovism. Templar Industries commit to using their military research facilities to help develop a cure to Romanovism. They aim to exploit their knowledge of the vampire to push research in new directions. So that's another reason we really want to get rid of those Templar mountains. In a cloud of darkness, the vampire brutally attacked the Templar base. Some survivors were able to escape, with crucial knowledge that will aid the fight against the vampire in the future. And now I'm pretty injured, so I'm just going to eat everybody in Iran until I heal. Also gather up some DNA. What I want to do... You know what, I want that second vampire. And I'm going to want dark infiltration, so we're going to save up for that. Hundreds of millions of people will be killed by Romanovism as it searches for a viable host to turn into a vampire. To speed things up and infect more people. So I'm just sitting here chilling, killing, turning the entirety of Iran into my home. And you know what? They're just going to be really happy with that. And with that, I'm going to go for dark infiltration. And that kills more people, so I heal faster. Glorious. I'm going to Spain. Oh, I can't quite make it to Spain. Fine, I'll go back to Germany. Silent but deadly combo. People are complaining about an awful smell that appears to suddenly appear out of nowhere. Oh, that was awkward. I'm going to destroy these labs because we can't have any of that silly cure research going on right now, can we? And I'm going back to New England, or really old England. Beep. Gonna blow them the fuck up. And can I take another Templar base on my own? I'm willing to risk it for that delicious biscuit. Templar prepares drones to target vampire lairs. Templar forces are getting ready to hunt and destroy vampire lairs belonging to the vampire in the hopes of weakening the creature. Well, your idea isn't new vampire created in Southeast Asia. Ooh, we got a Jiangxi. After killing millions, the Shadow Plague has successfully manipulated the DNA of an infected victim in Southeast Asia and turned them into a vampire. The new vampire needs to heal to full strength, so we'll just have them eat a bunch of Southeast Asians while I try and take care of this lab on my own. Are they going for... I think they're going for the U.S. lab, or the U.S. lair. That's unfortunate. But we can cut them off at the pass, as it were. As soon as they get here, we'll use Templar to eradicate all infected with Romanovism. Claiming they have no alternative, the Templar have begun huge military operations to eradicate all people infected with Romanovism in their home countries. We did indeed Hypersensitivity symptom mutated. Okay, that's good. Vampire in Central Europe close to death. Ah, good. So I'm just gonna eat some Central Europeans, and meanwhile, you can go to Germany and you can destroy this lab in Sweden, because they are really trying very hard to give all sorts of problems with their stupid cure, and I'm just gonna go and clean that up. Oh my god, even Russia is working on their stupid cure. Haven't you guys learned if you make labs, I'm just gonna blow them up? Good grief. Okay. East Africa serves the vampire lord. I think we're at enough strength that we can begin taking out the last of the Templar labs. I think there are only 2 left. Yes, there are only 2. Oh god, I have 106 DNA. Why am I not doing anything with it? Okay, we are now with demonic fury, which means we can more or less turn these chumps into chumbalaya, or whatever. And the Templar, unlike ZCOM, don't make new bases. They just have to work with what they start with. That said, they're a lot stronger than ZCOM ever was. That said, we have 2 vampires with the demonic fury upgrade. I don't think we have much of anything to worry about. We're going to increase the amount we heal, and I'm also going to start increasing the amount of DNA per person infected. And I'm just gonna go and clean up that mess in South Africa. Perfect. Templar forces eradicated. In a devastating assault, the final Templar fortress has fallen to the vampire. Who will defend humanity against the darkness now? I don't know. But it looks like the entire western half of the world is more or less under my control. So let's just focus on getting that eastern hemisphere. No, you can go to Madagascar. And we don't have anything else to fight for the time being. So we're not going to worry too much about that. And you can fly to France and just start infecting all of them. And you know what? Your infectivity symptoms are actually here. Each layer built in a hot country will help the shadow plague increase its effectiveness in hot countries. The same applies for antibiotic tolerance and cold tolerance. Very useful, but also not really necessary, especially at this point. We're going to make our dudes a little bit better at fighting, just so those revolutions they're doing can be gone through. Infected dogs become rapid and turn on their own, which significantly increases infectivity, particularly in urban areas, and likelihood of mutations. I don't want my doggos hurting people. Fine, I'll save up for bats. Bats hurting people isn't anything new. You know what? I'm gonna have some French. That was fun. Okay, let's go to Spain. Ooh. Spain, you are not looking good. What happened to you? Madagascar is completely infected, so let's go to Zimbabwe. And Norway is still, like, not infected at all. So let's take care of that. In fact, let's take a look. Norway, Japan, the Philippines, New Guinea, and New Zealand. So basically, all over there. And what do we have in terms of... So pretty much everywhere is fully infected besides these places, and we're working on that. Excellent! Wow, everyone in, Can we fly faster? I think I'd like the better flying upgrade. That would be useful. And that's great. We're going to fly to Finland. Take them over. Make fun of them for having cows. Ha! Silly Finns, you think your cows will save you? Oh wow, Finland's already like completely infected. We can just go to Southeast Asia, and you can work on infecting Japan. You can also go to Southeast Asia, and you can start work on Australia. How lovely. Pheromone secretion symptom mutated, and Romanovism has mutated and developed the pheromone secretion symptom. Yeah, so if you didn't notice, this is sort of the Twilight vampire tree, and this is the old-fashioned vampire tree. Yeah. I'm a little bit... I just don't like the weeping sores, because that kind of makes it obvious. And we are trying very hard to be as discreet as we possibly can. Ah, and our layers are giving us even more DNA. Not that we need it at this point. How are you not infecting New Guinea? An anabolic boost. Surges of testosterone significantly increase muscle mass. Increases infectivity can also be lethal. I don't want to kill my animals. That's a silly thing. Pathogen causes bat to become restless and create habitats and search for new ones. Increases infectivity, land transmission, and mutation. Hooray! We'll do that just because I can. Boop. And Japan is about as infected as I want it to. Holy shit, I've killed 18 million people. Huh. Australia is completely infected, so you can go to New Guinea and work on that. What are the Philippines doing? Whee! Alright, New Guinea is looking fine, so you can go to New Zealand, and that will be the last bastion of the humans. Vampiric slave declared terrorists in New Guinea. Yeah, that was about how it worked up until a few days ago when you became my slaves. Evil is a point of view combo. Significant increase in the number of teenage girls wanting to date pale, broody men puts strain on police resources. No comment. Boop. Those last couple of New Zealanders are really holding out. And where? Romanovism has enslaved the world. The Shadow Plague has fully corrupted humanity with Romanovism, and now, after thousands of years, the vampires can finally begin their rule of blood and pain. The world falls into darkness, and human beings become cattle. Lovely times, aren't it? Romanovism has corrupted the world. Vampires now rule humanity. Joy! Yeah, see, we went up a little bit, but we actually did it faster than we usually do. The plague usually takes a long time, the Shadow Plague. I've been getting it in about 1,100 days, but 947 is not bad. And yeah, so that's... I don't think that strategy would work on Mega Brutal, but I think something like it might. I just enjoy it because, like, sneaky vampire running around, creating more loyal servants until the time is right. Flying to Saudi Arabia, and yeah, it's also vampires, which is pretty cool. Also, the cure progress was about 48%. Usually it's about 42, and I usually don't get Zoonotic Shift. I wanted to try something new this time, and I think I'm gonna do that from now on, because that was a nice little combo. The shadow plague begins to spread. Dying! Oh my god, Kazakhstan didn't stand a chance. But yeah, just leave countries before they start noticing you. I usually give it 1 or 2 orange pop-ups, and because that's enough time for you to spread your disease a significant amount while also not drawing too much attention to yourself and confusing people as to where you are. They will always eventually find you. They always do. But the trick is you want the Templars to take as long as possible before they start coming back and causing problems. But yeah, so that was every single disease type in the game. We win. The world is now cattle and breeding fodder for the vampires. Goody. I will see you all next time when we do something completely different, because there's not really a whole lot else to do here.